Question 8. Solve 4x minus 3 is equal to 17. So the first thing we will look at doing is how do we get rid of this minus 3 on the left hand side. To do that, we add 3 here and we add 3 here. So what's 17 add 3 is 20 on the right hand side, and on the left hand side this take away 3 and this add 2 cancels out, leaving me with just 4x. Now remember, 4x means 4 times x. Okay, we could write it as x times 4 as well. So how do you get rid of this times 4? We have to divide both sides by 4. So we divide by 4 here and we divide by 4 here. So what's 20 divided by 4? 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. And on this side the times 4 and the divided cancels out, leaving me just x. So x is equal to 5. So we now have to substitute this in to check if our answer works. So the equation started off with 4x minus 3 is equal to 17, and we think x is equal to 5. So 4 times 5 take away 3 is equal to 17. So instead of 4 times x, we return 4 times 5. So what's 4 times 5 is 20. Take away 3 is indeed 17. So we are right. Looking at question B now. So we've got 19 is equal to 2x plus 8. We first of all have to remove this plus 8. To do that, we have to take away 8 from both sides. So we take away 8 here and we take away 8 here. Copy the equal sign. Now what's 19 take away 8? 19 take away 8 is 11. And over here the plus 8 and the take away 8 cancels out, leaving with just 2x. So we now have 2 times x is equal to 11. We want just the x by itself, so how do we do that? We have to divide both sides by 2. So when you divide both sides by 2, on the left hand side 11 take away 2 is 5.5. For time being I'll write it as a fraction, 11 over 2. And on the right hand side the times 2 and the divide 2 cancels out, leaving me with just x. So we could have written x is equal to 11 over 2. But it's always nice to not leave our answer as an improper fraction, rather as a mixed number. So how much time does the 2 go? Well, first of all, we can copy that down. Then how many times does the 2 go into 11? 2 goes into 11 exactly 5 times. So 2 times 5 is 10. So this 2 times this 5 is 10. Left over 2 times 5 is 10. So how do you get to 11? The remainder is 1. So the answer is 5.5. So you could write x is equal to 5.5 or x is 5.5. And then we can check our answer still. So 19 is equal to, instead of 2 times x, we can write 2 times, we can write 11 over 2 plus 8. So 19 is equal to 2 times 11, we can write it like this, plus 8. So 19 is equal to 22 over 2 plus 8. So 19 is equal to, what's 22 divided by 2 is 11, and indeed 11 and 8 is 19. Question 9. Solve 18 is equal to 3x. So 18 equals to 3 times x. Now we want the x just by itself. So we have to divide by 3 here. We have to divide by 3 on this side. So this times 3 and this divided cancels out, leaving us just x on the right hand side. And 18 divided by 3 is 6. So it's nice to just write it as x is equal to 6. And let's check if this is right. 18 is equal to, instead of 3 times x, we're going to substitute the value of x, which we've just worked out, which is 6. So 3 times 6. So is 3 times 6 equal to 18? Yes, it is. So therefore x is equal to 6. Moving on to the second question now. 2x minus 9 is equal to 7. So the first thing we have to do is we have to go to this minus 9 first. So we add 9 to both sides. Copy the equal sign. Now we didn't do anything here, so that will just get copied. 2x, and the minus 9 and the plus 9 cancels out, so we don't have to worry about that. And then on the right hand side we have to do 7 add 9, which is 16. Now what we have to do is get rid of this times 2. How do you get rid of times 2? We have to divide by 2 on both sides. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So divided by 2 here, and 1 divided by 2 here. So this times 2 and divide 2 cancels out, leaving with just x. So let's check if we got it right. So the question started off as 2x minus 9 is equal to 7. So we think x is 8. So we do 2 times 8, take away 9 is equal to 17. So what's 2 times 8? Is 16. 16 take away 9. And does it equal to 7? Yes, it does. 16 take away 9 is equal to 7. So therefore we know x is equal to 8. Question 10. Solve 3x is equal to 18. So we want the x by itself. So we divide both sides by 3. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. And here the times 3 and the divide 2 cancels out. So x is equal to 6. Let's check if it's right. 3 times x is equal to 18. But we think that x is 6. So 3 times 6 is equal to 18. And that is true. So therefore x is equal to 6. Question B now. So we want the x by itself, so we have to get rid of this minus 9. So we're going to add 9 to this side, and we're going to add 9 to this side. So whatever we do to one side, we have to do the same to the other. So in this case, we have added 9 to both sides. So obviously now this take away 9 and add 9 cancels out, leaving with just x. And then we have to do 17 add 9, which is 26. So we think that x is equal to 26. So let's check by substitution. So the question started off as 17 is equal to x minus 9. So we have to do 17 equals, and so x, now I'm going to put 26. 26 take away 9. Is 26 take away 9 7? Yes, it is. So we are correct. And finally question C, we have to do 4x plus 7 is equal to 25. So this time we're going to get rid of this plus 7. So we'll take away 7 from this side, and we'll take away from 7 from this side. So on this side the plus 7 and the take away 7 is cancelled out. We've done nothing to this 4x, so we just copy it down. It stays exactly the same. So now we have to do 25, take away 7. So 25 take away 7 is equal to 18. Now we want to get rid of this times 4. So how do you do that? We have to divide by 4 on this side, and we have to divide by 4 on this side. So we've got the equal sign here. So the times 4 and the divided 4 cancel out, giving us x. So x is equal to 18 divided by 4. Now we're going to make our life a little bit easier. We can simplify because they're both even numbers, the numerator and the denominator. So what's half of 18? is 9. What's half of 4 is equal to 2. Now you could leave your answer like that, but it's better to probably write it as a mixed number. So this bit here, just copy down exactly as you see it. So we write it like this. Then you ask yourself, how many times does this 2 go into the 9? So 2 goes into 9 exactly 4 times. So 2 times 4 is 8, and the balance is 1. So x is equal to 4.5. So x is equal to 4.5. So always substitute the answer in whatever you think x is, put it into the equation again, and if it's true, then your answer was right. So I'm going to use decimals this time. So 4 times 4.5. Remember, 4.5 can be written as 4.5 plus 7 is equal to 25. Now, what's 4 times 4.5? Well, 4.5 double is 9, and 9 double is 18. Remember, if you want to times a number by 4, just double it again. So 4.5 double is 9, 9 double is 18. And 18 add 7 is indeed 25. So we were correct. I could have done it by using the fractions as well. So I could have said 4 times 4.5, but 4.5 we've turned it back into a mixed number first. And how do you do that? We do 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 is 9, and it'll be 9 over 2. So anyway, we're going to use the improper fraction. If you want to learn how to multiply fraction, there will be another playlist for that. So 4 times 9 over 2 plus 7 is equal to 25, which is the same as saying 4 times 9 over 2 plus 7 is equal to 25. Now we know 4 times 25, we know 4 times 9 is 36. So 36 over 2 plus 7 is 25. We know that 36 divided by 2 is 18, and 18 add 7 is equal to 25. So this was substituting the value of x using fractions.